Hello everyone, my name is Nelia King. We are from Group 1. So today we are going to present regarding our project in this course, which is contract and estimation. So this is my team members, Muhammad Hazlan, Muhammad Mirza, Muhammad Adha, and also Muhammad Qayyum. So the content in our presentation divided into several parts, which is the first one is the preliminary cost estimation. Second one, excavation until formwork. The third one is reinforced stump until formwork ground beam. And the fourth one is the measurement for reinforced ground beam until concrete bed. And the last one is build up rate.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Habib Sakama. My metric number is 21 CS210021. So I will present about preliminary cost estimate. So you can see the calculation for area. We have for thick brick wall we get the RM 2520 and press rate 361.38 meter cube, and then floor area method. This is for floor area method, and next ground floor plan area. We get 69.38 meter square. Empty area 5.13 meter square. Total area 64.25 meter square. Total cost we get 2,520 times 64.25 equal 1,000 100,000 160,000 910 ringgit. Then for building value method, first building value method from floor plan, we get 360.07 meter cube, and total cost we get 14,220.38 for ringgit for total cost. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Qayyum bin Razman, and my ID matrix is CF210125, and I will continue for our group presentation, and I'm present quantity measurement on excavation, concrete works and formwork. For the excavation topsoil, our length is 6.60, and we will add 0.57 times by 2, and we will get 0.914. After that, 0.914 plus 6.60, we will get 7.514. For the breadth, lebar dia 10.80, we will add 0.457 times 2, and we will get 11.714. After that, the length 7.514 times the breadth 11.714, we will get 88.019 in unit meter square. And for the excavation, for the depth, we will assume concrete slab is 0.125 and the hardcore is 0.150, and we will get we will add of the concrete slab and hardcore is 0.275, and the last topsoil we will minus 0.100, we will get 0.175. After that, we will have to calculate the volume of the excavation, which is length times breadth times depth. So 7.514 times 11.714 times 0.175, we will get 15.403 in unit meter cube for the excavation of the topsoil. Okay, for the pit excavation, we will add the stump is depth for the Lincoln plus pad footing plus stump, and we will get 0.325. After that, for the topsoil 0.100, we will times 14 times 0.914 times 0.914 times 0.425, and we will get 4.971 in unit meter cube. Next, for the deduction of the volume, we will have to calculate for the column stump 230 times 230, which is 2 times 0.2230 times 0.230 times 0.150, we will get 0.016. And the column stump for the 125 times 200, we will have to calculate 12 times 0.125 times 0.200 times 0.150, and we will get 0.045. And for the trench excavation, we will continue with the length, which is 6.60, and the depth is 0.350. After that, for the last excavation, we will have to calculate 14 times 6.575 times 0.175 times 0.075. We will get 1.190 in unit meter cube. Okay, for the concrete works, we have to calculate 14 times 0.914 times 0.194 times 0.05, we will get 0.585 for the concrete grade 15 for the Lincoln in unit meter cube. After that, we will have to calculate the reinforcement in situ concrete grade for 25 in pad footing is 14 times 0.914 times 0.914 times 0.125, and we will get 1.462 in meter cube. After that, we have to calculate for the concrete grade 25 in column stump, which is 12 times 0.200 times 0.125 times 0.475, and we will get 0.143 in meter cube. After that, we will have to calculate for the concrete grade 25 in column stump for the C1 is 2 times 0.230 times 0.230 times 0.475, and we will get 0.050 for the meter cube. And for the formwork, we have to calculate for the C2 is 0.65 times C1 is 0.92, and we have to calculate 12 times 0.65 plus times 0.475, and we will get 3.705 for the meter square. And for the C1, 2 times 0.92 times 0.475 times, we will get 0.874 in meter square. For the foundation and beds, we have to calculate 14 times 3.656, and we will get 51.184 in meter.
For the reinforcing stump, the length of the stump we have to deduct with the concrete cover and also the foundation bars. We get 0.730, and we have to add again with the bend, which is 0.150, so we get 0.880. We have to multiply with 4 and also 14, so we get the 12 millimeter diameter for HT steel reinforcement in column stump is 49.28 meter kilogram. And also for the length for both of the column, the C1 is 0.30 with we have to deduct with concrete cover and add with hook, so we get the 10 millimeter diameter MX reinforcement for link in C1 is 28.16 meter kilogram, and for C2, which is 0.125, we have to deduct with concrete cover and add with hook, so we get the 6 millimeter diameter MS reinforcement in column stump for C2 is 14.256 meter kilogram. For the numbers of bars, the length deducted with 2 concrete cover, which is 0.080, multiplied by 14, 2 and 7, so we get 15 mm diameter high HT steel reinforcement in foundation is 362.21 meter kilogram. For the concrete in ground beam, the length of the blinding to ground beam is 6.60, deducted with 2 stump, and then so we get concrete grade 15 Lincoln with 100 mm thick, we get 0.249 meter cube. And also the reinforcement in situ concrete grade 25 in ground beam, the blinding to ground beam length that we get, which is 5.686, we have to multiply with 14, so we get the grade 25 is 2.985 meter cube. Next is formwork to ground beam. So the height of the blinding to ground beam, we have to multiply with 14 and 2, so we get a formwork to ground beam which is exceed 0.135 meter but not exceed 0.300 meter height, so we get 158.208 meter.
Reinforcement for ground beam. For the HT steel, we use 10 mm diameter for the reinforcement in ground beam. 14 times 4 times 6.046, which is 338.58, and the unit in m kilogram. For the styro, we also use 10 mm diameter reinforced in ground beam. 4 times 58 times 0.57, which is 132.24, also in m and kilogram unit. For the hardcore, 150 mm thickness hardcore of clean hard broken stones obtained off-site, and the result is 22.77, and the unit in meter square. For the dam-proof course, polyethylene not less than 914 gauge horizontal dam-proof course, lap 0.25, and the result also 22 0.77, also in the same unit, which is meter square. And lastly, for the concrete bed 25 in excavation 0.075 meter but not exceed 0.175 meter thickness laid on hardcore, and the result is 2.96 and the unit is meter cube. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Mirza and I want to present my presentation which is bit elaborate calculation. So for the first one is a cost of excavation 20 ringgit and 92 cent. For the cost of reduced level 56 ringgit and 13 cent. Cost of spreading up soil is 244 and 91 cent. Cost of trench 48 ringgit and 91 cent. For the worker salary 8 ringgit and 75. So for the profit which is 492 and 70 cent. Okay, for the next one which is build up rate for 1 meter cube of selected grade. So for the material cost which is 952 ringgit, wastage plus silication equals to 50%. Total is 357. For the labor constant 40 ringgit and 75 cent. Cost material plus the labor constant which is 397.75 cent. For the profit and overhead is 516 and 10 cent. Amount of performance bond uh, 1123 and 48 cent. Amount of liquidated ascertained damages per day is 4 ringgit and 12 cent. So for the total cost project which is 22,469 and 61 cent.